Hi, guys. As you can tell, I am not there, but I am still here in the form of technology. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to be reading this article out loud to you. And what I want from you is I want you just to follow along. I'm going to be pausing the video and I'm going to be asking you to go to a worksheet that I want you to fill out alongside with this video. So, don't worry about anything. Just sit back and listen to the sound of my voice. This article is called Soccer Players and Video Games and is by Tom Taylor, and it reads: a couple of times a week, Calvin Stangs steers his blue spaceship through empty space, avoiding swarming red enemy craft, and fires a glowing yellow hexagon at a fluorescent green panel. On weekends, the 18-year-old strides across a green field, dodging opposition players and shoots a white ball at the rectangle mouth of a soccer goal. Stangs is a striker at AZ Alkmaar, a Dutch soccer team that plays in the country's top division, the Eredivisie, or some Dutch word. Soccer is his career, but Space Captain is more than just a hobby. Why video games? Video games might be the future of soccer, but that doesn't mean EA's FIFA series or any of the computer programs fueling esports. The game Stanks plays, Intelligim, isn't supposed to be fun, or to look too much like real life, but to train his cognitive skills, how quickly he can anticipate plays, how well he can recognize movement patterns and keep track of multiple players at the same time, how quickly he can mentally switch from offense to defense, or vice versa, and how much memory space his brain has to process all of that. How it started. More than 2 decades ago, Daniel Gopher, a former Israeli Air Force psychologist, found that a video game called Space Fortress actually improved cognitive skills in pilots. The game had originally been developed by psychologists at the University of Illinois to investigate skill acquisition. A study Gopher published in the journal Human Factors in 1994 showed a significant improvement in the flight performance scores of 33 Israeli Air Force cadets. Danny Dankner was in flight school back then, but wasn't part of the study. But years later, when he finally picked up the controls to Space Fortress, he saw the game's potential. In 2001, Dankner co founded Applied Cognitive Engineering, the company that makes Intelligent, and set his sights on first basketball and hockey. Sports, from a cognitive standpoint, is very similar to flight. Dankner says, if you think about competitive athletes and particularly team sports, you have a very complex environment. Gopher and Professor Emeritus at Technion, Israeli Institute of Technology, now supervises ACE's research. European soccer. In 2015, ACE received a 2.2 million grant from the European Union to develop a soccer-specific version of Intelligim. PSV, AZ, and 8 other European teams signed on to help ACE determine what cognitive skills are required for soccer. When the new system was up and running, PSV and AZ rolled it out to their junior teams. The academy in the laboratory of the club, says Marjan Bucher, head of performance and development at AZ. Younger players are also more teachable than their more established elders. The most tactical phase to train the players between 14 and 17, Van Ack says. The football Intelligim looks a little like a soccer game with players switched out with blue and red spaceships. A user pilots one of those ships around a rectangle arena, dragging teammates into position and passing and shooting a yellow hexagon. Players are challenged to track multiple objects and anticipate movement, and as their user succeeds or fails, the drills adapt. An analysis by Geert Savensburg of the Department of Human Movement Science at Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam, funded by ACE and the EU, found a significant improvement in the on-field performance of youth players at PSV and AZ last year. Performance was rated by recording and then reviewing video of short games played over a small area. Players trained with Intelligim were seen to improve by an average of 35% compared to 5% for a control group.